And welcome back to the channel. It is your boy Flippin Stoop, and I should have adjusted this a little bit better beforehand. So just bear with me for 1 second. There, I'm just going to tilt you guys down a little bit. I hope everybody's doing good. I hope everybody's sales are up, and I hope everybody's staying to what they say they're going to do. And that's going to be a lot of what this video today is going to be about reselling, is actually being committed to what you say you're going to do, and you will get the results you're looking for in the future. This isn't something that's going to happen overnight, guys. eBay is one of them platforms, I believe, that actually expose people. What do I mean by that it exposes people? I actually believe it exposes those that either say they can and will do it, or the ones that say and will do it but don't do it, right? So if your sales are really crappy and you're not getting the amount of sales that you want, you're not packaging up the amount of items, you're not finding the amount of items that you need to find to sell on your store, then there's probably somewhere inside of you that is lacking, not eBay itself. eBay will get you the sales if you're doing what eBay needs to have you do, and what that is list consistently, find products that'll actually sell. There's some clothes that I sell that most people probably walk by on a daily basis, guys. In the thrift stores, I just sold a vintage 90s Red Wing shirt, sweater. It was a Tall-Tech sweater, 100% cotton, made in the USA, and it sold for $100 today. So, and that might not sound like a much to you guys, but it was stained up, it was beat up. Bella, stop. My dog's down here with me, guys, in this video. But it was beat up, and I just tried $100 just to see what would happen. And it sure shit wasn't even on there for a week, and it sold. So do what eBay is looking for, and you'll get progress throughout your day, guys. You will get progress throughout your business. And I think the hardest thing for me to understand was doing it even when you're not getting paid to do it. What do I mean by that? Is the work you're about to put into eBay isn't going to pay you off for a while. And that's where people's misconception, I think, goes wrong, is this isn't an overnight success story. I've been reselling now for over a year, and I'm still learning more and more each and every single day. I didn't get to where I'm at today by selling 10 plus items a day is where we're at now. I didn't get there overnight. It didn't happen. I didn't start this group. I didn't start my store last month. It didn't happen like that. I've been consistent on it now for the past 4 months, 5 months. And now it's starting to get me to the point where I'm selling 10 plus items a day. So most people won't put that amount of work into something that isn't going to pay out right away. They won't do it. That's why most people are like, they'll jump on a $14 an hour job. Why? Because you're going to get paid next week. You know you'll have money in your pocket next week. And I understand you might have things that need to get paid. You got bills. You got a food that needs to go in your belly, in your family's belly. I get that. I totally get that. That's why I strongly disagree with people saying quit your 9-to-5 today and start reselling. Don't do that. You'll find yourself right back at your 9-to-5, and then you'll probably be depressed and all kinds of other jazz if you just walk off your 9-to-5 today and start reselling today, fresh and brand new. I advise you to do it as a hobby for a long time, or even part-time when you're getting out of work. I'd say this: as much time as you're giving your 9-to-5 job, give yourself that amount of time when you get home from your 9-to-5 job, or before your 9-to-5 job. Maybe your job doesn't start till 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Well, then from 6 o'clock in the morning, you should be getting up, and at 7 or 8 o'clock in the morning, you should be working on your eBay business, and then going to work at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Or if you're doing that, if you're waking up at 6 and being to work by 8 or 7 or whatever the time may be, then when you get home at 3 or 4 or 5, you should be working on. People be like, well, sometimes I don't get home till 10 o'clock at night, so put an hour in eBay. What more is it going to kill you? It's your mental aspect of what is actually going to defeat you or not defeat you. I always use this phrase in my videos, guys. Those that say they can and those that say they can't are both correct. If you say you can't operate an eBay business, you're not going to be able to do it. If you say you can, you'll stay dedicated long enough to be able to figure out how it works, how the platform works, what's going to sell for you, and what it's going to take to do it. You'll go through the discipline stage. You will be disciplined daily to get items up on your store. In the beginning, guys, when I restarted this store, all I had was maybe 50 to 100 items of clothing from the old store. Okay, now it's just getting to the point now where I have a week or two of inventory on back for the next week or two that's coming. I was pulling my hair out, guys. I was at 19 items or 15 items, and I had to go into my closet and pull out 4 or 5 more items to get my 20 items a day marker. So it's going to be stressful at times. You're going to have times where you're not gonna know if you're gonna be able to get the right amount of items up that you decided to get up, right? Just keep adding to it. That's why, like, a lot of people say start with 5 or 10 a day. I agree with that. Start with 10 a day. If you can get 10 items from the thrift store for a pretty reasonable amount. Say if you're doing denim jeans, where I'm at, you can get 10 pairs of pants for about $70, $74. Maybe you can't afford to do that. But there's other avenues too. Offer people to do things for other people for inventory. I do that right now. That's one of our inventory sources, is working with somebody else that is running a business. Work with them, help them out, they help us out. I scratch her back, she scratches my back. I scratch his back, he scratches my back. That's how this works. Yesterday we were just at a rummage sale, guys, that has thousands of pieces of clothing that don't know what to do with it when their sale was done, right? So what we did, we gave them our number. They said they're going to contact us. Now I'm going to have thousands of pieces of clothing to go through and decide which items I'm going to list and which items I'm going to donate myself. So keep your mouth open, right? I'm not telling you not to listen. For sure, listen. But let people know what you do. If I would have never told this person yesterday at this rummage sale there what we do, or been marketing or whatever, if I would have never told them about what we do and we'll take items off their hand if they don't need them, we would never be winding up with 1,000 extra items or 2,000 extra items of inventory in the next week, right? We'd have been at the normal 140 to 250 items a week is what we've been purchasing and getting up on eBay. So if you want to succeed in this business, you got to humble yourself. You got to humble yourself and speak to people about what you're doing. Not everybody's going to like what you're going to do, what you're doing, that you're buying items and reselling them for a profit. That's their shit. Don't worry about what other people think of you. If you worry about what other people think of you, you're going to get nowhere in this business. Because there's going to be a lot of people that disagree with what you're doing. Who cares? That's their shit. So what? I disagree with what most people are doing at a 9 to 5. You're wasting your potential. You were not born here to make somebody else rich. You were born on this planet for a purpose. And if reselling is your purpose, get to work. Right? Even in the Bible it says, guys, to work 6 days, take 1 day off, right? Well, eBay, if you want to work 6 days and take 1 day off, you better be doing a couple extra items a day. So that way on Sunday, you could just upload them first thing in the morning, and then, or you can even set it up to where they'll automatically list for you the following day. That's why you get a day off. Me, I don't take days off. Every day is a work day, and people be like, I don't want that life. Well, then you don't want what you really want in life. If you just want to sit around and do nothing but have your feet in the sand and be on vacation 24/7, then you better put some hard work in for a good 10 to 15 to 20 years to be able to do that for the remainder of your life. My dog's going to take my tripod out. So don't think that you're just going to get in this and be able to have all kinds of extra time to do whatever you want to do. In the beginning, it's not going to be like that. I listen to Daily Refinement on a daily basis, and he talks about his objective is to help people get to a spot where they have more time in the day. Absolutely. But in the beginning, you're not going to have that. Like, that is my goal too, to be able to eventually just put 4 to 6 hours into eBay a day. But if you're doing it all on your own right now, you're listing, say, 20 to 40 items a day, you're not going to have all day long to be able to do nothing. And if you do, you're not going to get shit done. Also, I'm piggybacking off him a little bit. He also said that make sure you're prioritizing your day. from like 8 o'clock in the morning till 4, that is a no time. Anybody that wants you to do something for them, that is a solid no. And it's not being mean. That means you got to get your priorities done before you can go help other people get their priorities done. Does that make any sense to you? And saying no is a very hard thing for a lot of people. It's hard for me at times, right? Because I do like to help people out. But sometimes you just got to say no. There's nothing wrong with saying that, guys. It's just having your goals in line. Like, I'm free after I get my items up and listed. Everything's packaged. All my offers are sent out. All my customer service is done. Inventory is done. Then I'm free to help anybody else out in the family or whatever else, right? Until then, they know until my stuff is done through communication. Don't try to ask me to do something. I mean, unless an emergency happens, right? So you got to be sound on what you're doing. You have to believe in what you're doing is going to get you to where your vision is. First of all, you got to have a vision. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Nobody wants to answer that question because they don't want to accept the reality is if they don't do anything different in their life, they're going to be in the exact same spot 5 years down the road with a few more gray hairs. Right? That's where you're going to be at. Probably unhealthier. So where do you actually vision? See, I vision a warehouse where I'm up on a loft and I'm helping manage and be the CEO of a full-on eBay reselling business that is making 6 figures plus a year. That's my vision. I have a vision, right? I picture that in my head every single morning I wake up, what I want it to look like. It's not going to be down here in this basement for my entire eBay business. But if you choose it to be, it will be. If you're not expanding, if you're not learning new things, if you're not networking and communicating with people that resell, I think that is very, very, very important, is to communicate with other people that are doing the same thing as you. Because if you don't, you'll start thinking that you're the only one doing it, and you won't get any new ideas. So be open-minded, guys. Know that you can do this. I believe in every single one of you guys. And the reason I say that is because I think one of the hardest things for me to overcome in this business was that I can actually become something that is worth talking about reselling on eBay. That's a hard thing to manifest within your mind if you didn't believe in yourself throughout your whole entire life. And I never did. I had low self-esteem, all kinds of shit, right? I never believed in myself. And you might not think that because of the video quality or the videos that I make, but the truth is I never even wanted people to take pictures of me, let alone a video of me. I got myself out of that. One day I decided I'm going to start doing something different than I've been doing my entire life, and I'm going to start getting on camera and exposing myself. Not only getting on camera and exposing myself, but making these videos helps me stay consistent and holds myself accountable. I can't be on here telling you guys what I'm doing to get there if I'm actually not doing it, because then I'd feel like an imposter. And in the beginning of making videos, I did feel like an imposter. And in the beginning of reselling, you're probably going to feel like an imposter of a reseller. But you're not going to be. If you keep going and going and going and doing the things that you tell yourself you're going to do on a daily basis, you soon start becoming a full-time reseller or a full-time person that is actually growing. You're growing. You can do this. Each one of you guys can do this. It's all a mindset. It's a mindset. Hey, look, the 6 basics are very simple to follow. Most people don't want to follow them. That's why they don't become successful. That's why you see a lot of resellers fall off within the first year. Within the first year, they're like, this is just not for me, because they're not, and it's not just reselling. It's not eBay. If they started another business, they would do the same thing. They just quit because they're not seeing the results that they want to get right now. So be patient, be purposeful. Make your day purposeful. Fill your day with things that are going to get you closer to your goals. But then also have time for you and your family. So I think that's people's biggest struggle is time management. My hardest thing I've ever dealt with was time management. I worried about making everybody else happy before myself. Bella, no. No. That's my whiteboard. She's trying to chew on my paper, guys. So, I strongly encourage everybody to just believe in themselves. That's half the battle. Half the battle is believing yourself and then holding yourself accountable for what you say you're going to do. Right? If you just want to be a part-time reseller, then be a part-time reseller. There's nothing wrong with that. And there's not at all nothing wrong with it. But don't be a part-time reseller. Part-time, to me, is 10 to 25 hours a week into reselling. Or a hobbyist. Like a hobbyist could be anywhere from an hour, if it's just a hobby that you like to do to earn a little extra income, an hour to 10 hours a week. That's a hobby. Something you would put an hour and a half into in a day, to me, is a hobby. If not, it's just something that you're wishing and desiring. And wishes and desires don't come true without action. So take action, guys. I love you all. Believe in you all. It's your boy, Flippin.